And following your own personal path for settling in, allowing your attention to gather in this space. And softening all over. Perhaps starting around the eyes, the jaw muscles, dropping the shoulders, fully embodying softening. And gradually directing our attention to our breathing. Experiencing our breathing as fully embodied. And whenever they arise, simply letting go of any thoughts. Allowing this to be a fully physical experience. A direct experience of each moment. Being an observer of our experience. And as thoughts continue to come up, as they do, recognizing their presence, allowing them, releasing them, releasing thoughts and emotions as well as they arise. Sensing a flow of thoughts without attachment. Feeling yourself in this flow of life, just as it is. This is the present moment. And this. And this. In these moments, allowing this present moment experience to be the ground of your life, to be the ground from which you're living. Realizing the paradox of practice, that as we're leaving ourselves alone, we're waking up. We are realizing our okayness, space, clarity, loving kindness. Noticing how loving kindness and letting go fit together so well, accompany each other. And whenever you find that your attention is wandered away from this rich present moment experience, and it will, gently guide it back to your breathing, to your body, to this ground of realizing. Feeling the space. The clarity of present moment experience fully embodied. Feeling the loving kindness, the deep caring and connecting. Waking up to the direct experience of being alive in each moment. And even as you come back into this virtual space, continuing to notice the direct experience of being fully embodied. One of the choices that we have available in life again and again is which ground we choose to live from. And there's so much about our conditioning, how each of the four conditions can point us toward the ground of seeing everything as a problem that needs fixing. Our brains are well suited to this task. They're well conditioned, well practiced. And yet when we live in this space of seeing everything as a problem to be fixed, it can be discouraging. It can give us the illusion of more control than we think we have, than we really do have. It can create a lot of identification with our particular story about how we fix problems. And what we discover is, one little step at a time, is that this ground of problems and fixing makes us small, makes us feel constricted. And then one day we wake up and realize how small and constricted we've become. The alternative is to live life from the ground of everything is okay and it's evolving. I am okay and I am evolving. The combination of those two ideas is really pretty powerful. I'm okay gives me great depth and breadth, the ability to see clearly, act with kindness. And evolving allows me to keep moving along as the universe, as this whole phenomenon of what we loosely call the universe that started with the Big Bang, has been doing for 14 billion years, has been happening in our solar system and on this planet for 4 billion years. In these conversations about thoughts, we've explored how our thoughts take us away from leaving ourselves alone. They put us in this place, they land us in this place of, what are the problems and how can I fix them? Perhaps we even land in the place of seeing ourselves as an endless self-improvement project. Hopeless, discouraging. One of the comments that was made by several of the teachers on the retreat was a reminder of how thoughts are only a virtual reality. They are not the direct experience that we just had. Even when we are intentionally thinking in skillful ways, with wise effort, we can tune into the direct experience aspect of thinking. We can pay very close attention to what's happening in our bodies, to how our bodies are grounded in this moment, to the information our bodies are giving us about the thoughts we're having. And of course, when we get caught up in this virtual world of thoughts, then we're in papancha. I had to find a way to say that word again. It's so expressive. The alternative, the wise effort. So it's not as if we're not doing anything. We can have wise effort. Wise, skillful effort, intentional thinking. That's when thinking's a resource. Then we're not lost in the virtual papancha. And as we come more and more into the present moment embodied experience, we realize that the body is actually a spiritual pathway. And here's what I mean by saying that. When we ground ourselves in our bodies, which are always in the present moment, then we are in the present moment. And the deeper we go into our embodied experience, the more deeply we are in the present moment, which means that we are releasing, letting go of whatever is not in the present moment. Considering how many of our thoughts are about the past or the future is a reminder that thoughts are just virtual. They're not an embodied experience unless we intentionally make them so. And so when we let go of the virtual and we come into our bodies, we come fully into the present moment without any obscurations, without any barriers, without anything holding us back. And that is pure spirituality. This is the ground of life. This is how life is. And this is how we can discover what life is. And when we wake up in this way, when we realize, then we're completely connected to our 5 characteristics of enoughness, and we are in our place of what I call being fully present, fully alive. Some people call freedom. I've invited each of you in the past to come up with your own phrase. This is the place. This is the openness to life. This is the ground of living, of seeing clearly and acting with kindness.